Video number 7 of the 10 stitch squares baby blanket. I've completed the second square up until the point where we're going to attach it to the first square. So you do the inner square, you do the second square, and you do 3 sides of the third square and half of the corner. I've gone all the way up and wrapped that last stitch, and I just have, and then I've gone through this loop. I have not knit this last one, and we're ready to attach. So what you do is you're going to put the right sides together, but first I want to show you the wrong side. So when you're going to match these up to put them together, you want these U-shaped stitches, the slip stitches, to be facing the right way. So you can see this one's facing this way and this one's facing this way. So I need to turn so that when we attach, the U's are facing the same way. And then we're going to attach them right sides together. So put them right sides together. And I'm going to use a stitch holder to keep them together, at least for the first part. Makes it a little easier to attach. So I've gone up into this point here, and I'm going to catch, just like you do when you're on a side, I'm going to catch that first bar next to the eyelet. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to knit a stitch into that first bar. That's my first attaching stitch. Then I'm going to slip the slip stitch over the knit stitch. Now I'm ready to do the second half of my corner. I'm doing the second half of the corner at the same time that I'm attaching the new square. Slip, yarning back. Then just like you would on the second half of the corner, this is your first stitch, this is your second stitch. Knit the second stitch, wrap the third. So I'm going to wrap that one, and then I'm going to turn, knit the first. Normally you would knit both, but when you're attaching you only knit that one. And this is your slip stitch. Going into my next bar, knit into that bar, slip my slip stitch over the knit stitch, turn, slip this first one as if to purl, always keeping the yarn in front on that first stitch so that you don't mess up that nice slip stitch join on the back. Knit the 2, there's your gap. You always know you're wrapping the next one after the gap. Wrap that stitch, flip it back on, turn, knit back 2, slip the first one, look for your next bar, knit into it, slip the slip stitch over the knit stitch, turn, slip that first stitch, knit up to your gap there, so that'd be 3, knit 1, knit 2, knit 3, wrap, turn, knit 1, knit 2, knit 3, slip. Now you are going to be picking up stitches all along the side to attach to that new square. And once you're done making this second half of your corner here, you're going to be attaching to your new square. You're going to be making this blue, this last blue side of your new square. There's your gap, wrap. So what we're going to do here is we're going to continue going back and forth till we've wrapped all these stitches. Then I'm going to come back and show you on the next video how to pick this next one up here. So we'll just finish wrapping this one. Back to the end. And slip that last stitch. All right, so now if I didn't have this together, I could show it to you a little better. So I'm going to unhook it for a minute. I want you to see how this is looking. Okay, so what you're actually doing is you are completing a corner here, and then after we complete the corner, we're going to pick up here and go all the way down here and then bind off here. And that way you are making this corner, this last strip, and attaching to the first square. This is the way you attach the whole first row. You do 3 sides, then you attach, then you do another square, and you do 3 sides and attach, and continue that way. So this is video number 7. Look for video number 8.